So good evening, everyone, and welcome to our first ever virtual annual meeting. I don't know if this will be the last or not, but we should find out. We weren't sure how we could put this meeting together this year. As always, our staff came through and came up with an excellent program for us. They pulled it all off for us. Certainly not the same as meeting in person, but certainly a good alternative given the current situation. So first of all, I would like to introduce some of the board members that we have. Unfortunately, I didn't come up with any photos that you can match up with the names, but hopefully you already know most of us. So we have Sharon Chadwick from Warren, and Diane Chavera from Appleton, Jeff Tarbox from Westport Island. I think Jeff gets the prize for coming the longest distance to meetings. It's quite a long hike for him. And Robin Tierney in Union. And of course, myself from Union. Now we also have some, oh, where'd that come from? Oh, okay. We have some associate supervisors, Barry Brusela, Anna Fiedler, with dozens and dozens of volunteers. And I don't know what we would do without our volunteers. They help us out with the plant sale. They help us out with all sorts of things, and they really make a big difference. They really help us out all the time. So we also have our district staff. Not much would get done without them, as I've said many times in the past. We have Hildy, I think, whom most of you know, one of our program managers. Rebecca Jacobs, another one of our program managers. Julie Sells, our office manager. And Mary Thompson, who is with us tonight, was our resource conservationist. I guess that's your current title, Mary. I'm not sure. We seem to give you different titles from time to time, but Mary does a lot of technical assistance for us when we need it, along with both Hildy and Rebecca as well. So it's always good to have Mary there to help us out, who used to be our district conservationist. So Peter Abello, current district conservationist from Lincoln County. Ron DeRoches, who is with us tonight, district conservationist from Knox County. We're a split county, therefore we have two district conservationists, which is certainly nice. We have some honorary lifetime members. Robert Spear of Spear Farm in Noblesboro. Bob was on the board for many, many years. He was a former commissioner of agriculture, among other things. Barry Tibbetts, former owner of Sheepscot Valley Farm, was on the board also for many, many years from Whitefield. I want to recognize our meeting sponsors tonight. We've had a number of people who helped to sponsor this event, and we're really pleased that they were able to do that. Mid-Maine Forestry, Barry's here, Barry Brusela. Moose Crossing Garden Center from Waldoboro. Sassanoa Brewing, Jeff brought some of that all the way up from Westport Island, I think. So it's pretty good stuff. I mean, if my wife likes it and says it's good, it must be good. So it really must be good. No, it is. Union Farm Equipment, another one of our sponsors. So we have raffle donors. Raffle recipients have already been determined, Hildy tells me. And we have a number of donors tonight. Coastal Maine Botanical Gardens, Mid-Coast Conservancy, Mystic Woodworks, Revision Energy, and Sassanoa Brewing again. So it wouldn't be an annual meeting without the pies. We've already had that discussion, and hopefully most of you were in on it, but the pies were courtesy of Desserts by Daphne of Westport Island. Jeff and I guess Julie and Hildy, I guess everyone sort of coordinated the pie thing tonight. So that was good. Unfortunately, most of us don't have anything to eat right now, but well, you know, I guess we'll survive. Stop that. Okay. So we have quite a large district. We do a lot of things all the time. Of course, that takes a lot of funds to do it. And we're really pleased that we get consistent funding from our Knox County Commissioners, Lincoln County Commissioners, Knox and Lincoln budget committees. They're right there with us all the time. Maine Department of Agriculture provides a grant every year, and they also provide some other grant money that comes along from time to time for doing various projects. So That's been very handy in the last several years and helped us to branch out and reach out a lot and get a lot of things done for the citizens of the counties. NRCS, Natural Resources Conservation Service, they're always helping us out with technical assistance. We get some grants from them as well. And as I mentioned, Ron is here tonight. So we have a lot of district programs, and I'm not going to say too much about them. The other staff are going to talk about them, Hildy and Julie and Rebecca. We have about 3,000 conservation districts across the United States, and we're one of 16 in counties in the state of Maine. And certainly districts seem to continue to have a critical role to play in agriculture and conservation. We're one of the few organizations left that can still go out there on the land and meet with landowners one-on-one and help them solve the natural resources resources issues. So we're really a good mechanism for doing that, providing information and technical assistance. So we've been serving the counties for over 70 years now. We had a birthday party a few years ago. And again, we do various educational programs, technical assistance, a lot of one-on-one assistance. And with our volunteer supervisors, our staff, and our many volunteers whom I mentioned earlier, we're providing a lot of bang for the buck to the citizens of the counties. So it seems to work out very well. So despite the pandemic, we had a fairly productive year again. A few programs had to be truncated, but the staff worked it out. We changed things around and things seemed to come out well in the end. Just a few of the programs we have. We do certified contractor training courses, beginning farmer programs, invasive forest pest grant project. We've had a number of them now, and that's been a big project. Hildy's been worked on that day and night pretty much. Invasive plant mapping. Rebecca and all the others have worked on that as well, doing management plans. We have the annual plant sale that most of you know about, trout sale. So most of these results and what we do is going to be talked about later by our staff, and we will have some awards coming up. Now, I'm really pleased tonight to have Dr. Ivan Fernandez of the University of Maine to be our program speaker. Ivan's going to talk about climate change in Maine and a way forward. And I've been really looking forward to it, actually. I know it's going to be very interesting. Now, we want to offer a special recognition tonight for one of our own who's been with us for quite a while. Guess who it is? Hildy Ellis, a program manager. She's planning to retire in a few months. And we want to acknowledge that she's going to be doing that at this time. She's worked tirelessly to move our programs ahead in the last 9 years that she's been with us. She's been the manager-in-chief of our annual plant sale for many years. She's greatly expanded that program, turning it into not just a plant sale, but also an educational event. In that previous slide, she's cutting the cake that we had at our 70th birthday celebration. And I wouldn't mind having a piece of that right now, actually, but oh well. So here she is again, works on invasive forest pest program, many other projects. She's done a lot of extensive outreach with other organizations, and thereby she's achieved a lot of recognition for the district and for many of our programs. So this isn't our official retirement send-off for her, but we do appreciate all the work that she's done, and we want to recognize for that. We're planning to have a more formal recognition for her next year at some point, hopefully when the virus is gone. So now we're going to have some upcoming events by the staff. Rebecca, Hildy, and Julie are going to take over. So that's about what I have. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the meeting. And I hope you're enjoying the pie, anyone who has it.
Okay, well, I guess I'm,
Yeah.
whoops.
All right.
I'll take it that I'm up next, given that.
You are up.
Is it? We good? Okay. So in terms of 2021, we are adapting K-12 programs to online formats and outside formats or self-guided. We've kind of taken the slow approach. This year, no conservation fair for the first time in 20 years. Woohoo. But there's too many moving parts with in-school, hybrid school, and we cannot possibly put 800 to 1,000 people in one space. So, so that we had to forego that for 2020, but we're hoping 2021 is different. I'm excited to be bringing a collaborative partnered program with Waldo Soil Water Conservation District, both to high school and to adults alike. It's a landscape certification program, and that'll be rolling out in the spring. And the other thing that's coming up for 2021 is an expansion of our invasive plant program, where we'll be bringing a different or an additional approach to an right now sort of underserved. We've been a population which is just sort of your basic homeowner residents. We've been focusing our efforts on producers and other larger property owners to get that sort of big landscape sweep and serve that niche market who actually, of course, have income base from their land. But now we're recognizing, like with our last outreach effort in the spring of 2020, I had 60 individuals who did not qualify for SIG reach out and say, but what about me? But what about me? So, so we put together a grant that was funded. Thank you, Maine Outdoor Heritage Fund. And we will be actually working on what I've already put together, a draft criteria for ranking priority properties to have either a management plan or just management recommendations, but a professional such as myself or others that are trained to go out in the field and serve the residents of Knox and Lincoln counties. So, and Kennebec is included in that as well for a small percentage because Dale recognized that was happening a little bit in his area. So we're really excited to be able to expand the services and the assistance in the area. So that's what's on the docket for 2021. And I will turn it over to Hildy or Julie, whoever is next.
Julie's going next.
Julie, okay.
Hi. So I wanted to highlight two things coming up. One is our website is getting a new look. The Onion Foundation generously awarded us a grant through their Discovery Grant to redesign our website. So this will be a modern, mobile-friendly, and user-oriented site with integrated e-commerce. So basically, it's going to look good, it's going to have great information, and it'll just be easy to use. So stay tuned for our new look. The project is expected to finish up end of this year, and hopefully it'll go live either end of this year or the beginning of next. And then we have, I wanted to highlight our supervisor elections. So this is an elected position, a 3-year position. We have 2 candidates, one from Knox County, one from Lincoln County. Robin Tierney, as Mark has already talked about, is a current supervisor, and she's up for re-election. She is so she has an extensive bio. Both bios are on our website, or I can email it or mail you a copy. But Robin is a semi-retired restoration ecologist and project manager. She moved from New Mexico up to Union. And Nancy Prisk, who is here tonight, is also running for this 3-year term. She has an extensive background, very involved in her community. She is a member of the Lincoln County Regional Planning Commission. She co-founded a nonprofit organization, Land for Southport's Future, and this organization is helping to preserve open land and natural habitats. So the election deadline is Tuesday, November 17th at 2 o'clock. See our website for how to vote, or definitely contact me, either call our office or send me an email. And yeah, That's all I have. So Hildy, would you-
Okay, let me see. I have a little something to, okay, here we go. Share screen, share. Okay. I have a couple of slides talking about a couple of things that we did this year. As we all know, this year was totally different from any other year, and I got to do my first virtual presentations. The first one actually was the one on the right, that gardening with New England wetland perennials that I did for Coastal Maine Botanic Gardens. And I have to say that it was really, it was challenging to do a presentation with no audience. You know, nobody to laugh at my little jokes. You know, I just had to, but I got with the program, you know, about halfway through, I started feeling a little bit more comfortable. And so then when I did the invasive forest pest program later in September, I was already somewhat seasoned. And this, the Invasive Forest Pest Project, we have been working with the Department of Ag Conservation and Forestry on that for many years now, a number of years. And we had been focusing on emerald ash borer, Asian longhorn beetle, and I guess hemlock woolly adelgid. This grant really is about pests that we don't have here in Maine yet. And so the new pests are Asian longhorn beetle, which we still don't have, thank goodness. Spotted, wait a minute. Oh, spotted lanternfly. I was going to say spotted wing Drosophila. No, not that. Spotted lanternfly and oak wilt, which is a fungal pest that is a problem in neighboring states. So coming up next year, of course, this year we didn't have a plant sale, but we are going to have a plant sale in 2021. On Saturday, May 8th at the Union Fairgrounds, we're going to have our same usual great mix of edibles, native woodies, vines, perennials, and we've got a number of new plants on the list. The catalog will be out in early January or a little sooner if possible. And it will be a pre-order only sale with scheduled curbside pickup. We did the scheduled pickup thing this year for our compost bin and rain barrel sale, and it worked really well. So we know that it works really well because we had that experience, and we will do that again. If things have, if we have a vaccine, or if the caseload here in Knox and Lincoln counties is low enough, we may have tried to have a cash and carry sale on Sunday, again, with limiting the number of people on the site, but that's a kind of wait and see thing. But we definitely are going to have a plant sale. The plants are ordered and we're very excited about it.